Just remember what you told me. You said don't go to war unless I got my money right. I got my money right. Now I want war.
I hit this motherfucking gin and I'll be all in. Hell yeah, young nigga straight ballin'. And everybody wants to see it from a Jeep weighing 165. And I'm high till I fucking die. I hit this motherfucking gin and I'll be all in. Hell yeah, young nigga straight ballin'. And everybody wants to see it from a Jeep weighing 165. And I'm high till I fucking die.
I see you strutting in the mini skirt, a crooked smile with a heart that did plenty dirt. Will it work with your ass as you pass me by? Saying, hey, I've been looking at your smile all day. Let's parlay, drinking liquor, kissing the healthy moment quick. While I keep working on your zip, my tongue kissing. And in position, I'm fortified to do the mission. Move your hips and groove to this. Too many cookies in the kitchen. Nobody thinks the time to listen. They probably think we still dissing. With your permission, I can make you scream my name. I'm a real man, got you through the sleazy game. Follow me, let me take you to ecstasy. You had a time of your life when you're next to me. You'll see, ain't no way that they can stop me. When I know a true thug woman got me. Come on.
I hit this motherfucking gin and I'll be all in. Hell yeah, young nigga straight ballin'. And everybody wants to see it from a Jeep weighing 165. And I'm high till I fucking die. I hit this motherfucking gin and I'll be all in. Hell yeah, young nigga straight ballin'. And everybody wants to see it from a Jeep weighing 165. And I'm high till I fucking die.
My niggas crooked though it seems. My every single thought is caught up in collecting cream. A made nigga, picture me dying in the blaze. The gunfire will not retire till I'm paid. Till the base of pie. When we vibe, we fly by. Bitches blow me kisses. Niggas who Compton to Brooklyn, come on, get your riches. From Crenshaw to 125 and do or die. Rolling with niggas from Long Beach to Long Island. I hardly smile cause my heart froze. Once I commence my show, I rip apart foes. Now I got one nation, it's a crooked compilation just to end the bullshit. Let's get back to money making, telling busters that I rolled on, controlling the house. My shit's so wicked when I flip, niggas closing their mouth. The Coco Brothers, Buckshot, the BDI Thug, Craig Nice, LS, Azu, so show a nigga love, outlaw.
I hit this motherfucking gin and I'll be all in. Hell yeah, young nigga straight ballin'. And everybody wants to see it from a Jeep weighing 165. And I'm high till I fucking die. I hit this motherfucking gin and I'll be all in. Hell yeah, young nigga straight ballin'. And everybody wants to see it from a Jeep weighing 165. And I'm high till I fucking die.
They wanted me to spit reality rap. What the problem is? Whatever that fucking mean. Yeah. Fuck you niggas and I mean that. You want war, bitch, I bring that. Real niggas dressing all black. I put put your life in the past. All you lames ain't gon' last. Put that dumb shit in the trash. I be all out in the jungle wildin' with gorillas even when it's fast. I was boosting, it was back out. Run all up in your stash house. Tell your niggas kick the cash out. 45 on your ass. A lot of y'all dudes is acting. Keep on saying that y'all trapping. Put you right up on the news channel 45 asking what happened. Big nigga and I'm husky. I dare you niggas try to touch me. So official like the ref, I got some real niggas that'll leave you dusty. I ain't never had nothing. Making something out of nothing. Out here grinding real hard, trying to turn a Debbie to an English muffin. I whip the work like a slave nigga. Streets know I'm a go-getter. I can never be a whole nigga. Real facts, you's a whole nigga. Catch the boy in the cup. Watch the pot bubble up. Profit going double up. Really never give a fuck. My whole hood really bout that. Cross the line, then we off black. Kill a nigga when it's off black. Smoke you chumps like some gas. My father never really fuck with me. None of you niggas can't fuck with me. Say it twice so you remember me. None of y'all can't fuck with me. So how I wipe like I just talked to Molly. Wait for a young the face of the body. Cause like a boxer, man, shots to the body. I done did a lot of dumb shit, a lot of beat a hater up type shit. I got that shit straight from high and knock a nigga out real. I saw the jeans of that musty. It was loud, it was crunchy. That's when housing came and rushed me. Came around every corner, had me on the ground, that's when they cuffed me. Had to switch the game up. Started capping up for slugs. I'm getting money, nigga, what? I'm getting money, nigga, what? Nobody couldn't tell me nothing cause a real nigga never gave a fuck. Homie told her that was fucked up. Real talk, that was fucked up. When I see you little nigga hit you with that 40, let you know your time's up. Gritty nigga still hungry. Yes, the boy still hungry. I be in my own lane fighting like a champ, getting to the money. All that stupid shit, they gon' give me some money and ball out. I'ma stack it so high to the ceiling that when it come to my house you gon' fall out. Only real niggas know what I'm talking about. Shoot a fuck nigga like film in a movie. Spit it for reals like we shooting a Uzi. Crossing the beach, you be out of here. Only you know I don't show no fear. Treat you like magic, you disappear.
It's only blocking me, they can come and watch us sit. They gotta leave us alone.
Say you love it, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass, girl, gotta make it last now. Girl, I'm so thin, I'ma beat it up. No, try to say stop when the beat say go. There you go again, that voice is cool. Watch you make your girlfriend go. Come on. You've been waiting patiently, wondering when and where I be. The causing ruckus in the industry, making this so she can't sleep.
Against me shall prosper.
What's going on? What's up, Dream Team? How you doing? What's going on? Gospel Glam, thank you so much. My fellow Leo Liers, thank you so much. But we're gonna talk about some things, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about some things. We're gonna put some people into perspective. We're gonna talk. Okay. Excuse me. We're gonna talk some real talk. We're gonna talk some off the record talk. Feel me? I want the ladies to stay put because I'm gonna need the ladies today. Because some things are just out there now, just gone too far on certain things. Let's go here. Certain things gone too far. So, okay. Shout out to everybody that's here. If you want to donate to the channel, there's a little box at the bottom of the screen. In the box like that, they got a little dollar sign in it. It's called the Super Chat. Go ahead and hit that. Y'all don't pay attention to the roughness. My hair will be getting cut in the morning. Shout out to everybody that's here that's been knowing what I've been doing. I urge you, go over to Instagram, like, share, subscribe my Instagram page because we about to be lit. We about to take it back where it all started, on the gram. I don't think I'm going back to Meta, but I'm going to stay on We Got Ups. I'm going to stay on Getter. I'm going to stay on Truth Social. I'm going to stay on Wimpkin. I'm back on X. No more Twitter. So as they come out, you will never catch me on Threads. But I'm about to start going live on Instagram. I told you I'm going to take it back where it started. Before YouTube was thought about, we was thumping and bumping and dipping and danging and banging and swinging on Instagram. So I'm going to go here first. Shout out to everybody that's here. If you want to support me, at the bottom of the screen, everywhere you can support. Also, don't forget, come hang with your boy, DanaJay Tip Jar, https:// streamlabs.com/DanaJ/tip. My Cash App is $officialdanaJ. My Patreon, don't forget, I got a $5 tab or $5 tier. Come over, patreon.com/officialdanaJ, y'all. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into it. Shout out to everybody that's here. Dream Team, it's too many of y'all to talk to at one time and count out. So I'm going to say hello, everybody. Thick Baby just gave me a 5-piece. What up, Thick Baby? Thick Baby just gave me a 5-piece McNugget. Thank you so much, Thick Baby. Oh my God, she gave me the lemon pepper wing. She said with a lemon character, the lemon pepper wing, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So don't forget, Rumble is still jumping. Rumble is still jumping. YouTube is about to be a thing of the past. So don't get stuck on, oh, Dana ain't on YouTube, I'm gonna go somewhere else. No, find me. If you've been paying attention, you'll know where I be going. YouTube is just not trying to pay nobody no more. And they trying to restrict everybody. So I was going to start off backwards, but I'm going to start off forward today. Y'all been hearing a lot of people talk about, oh, Kels, this is going on in the R. Kelly case, and this is this, and this is this, and they not explaining to you what's going on. And I fault the subscribers, because just like y'all can come over here and say, well, Dana, explain this. Dana, explain that. Why can't you go in them people chat and say, well, can you explain this? Because when you do ask that, they're going to say, oh, get him out of here or block him. That lets you know you shouldn't be there. So I got this thing that I call the blueprint. And the blueprint pretty much was this, pertaining to R. Kelly. He was found innocent 2008. Every year after that, we're going to pick away pieces. Hey, Mama Mary, we're going to pick away pieces of the R. Kelly empire and make people believe that he's guilty. Then you have Gerald Griggs, and he said the only way we can get to R. Kelly is if we change the perception of the people. In other words, we have to hold court in the public for the public to deem him guilty no matter where he go. So how you do it? And all the haters, I know y'all watching, sit out on the lawn, get your forks, spoons, take notes. In about 2 months, I'm going to hear AI come out and saying, well, R. Kelly, and I expect that now. It's funny. So have your AI take note, and you feed your AI everything I say and just change the voice. But make sure your AI is giving me my credit for my research and for the stuff that I did that y'all trying to steal. Okay. Because nobody on here is giving it to you besides Prima Donna. Shout out to my sisters in the chat. Nobody else is giving it to you like that. Not even the haters, because they don't know. Their king is solid. But when their king go live, then everybody, oh, yes. Look, listen. I say what I say, I mean what I say. And I never call them victims, I call them accusers. So let's jump back into it. You got to keep picking away from R. Kelly. And when I listen to lives and people are saying, oh, R. Kelly is guilty because of this. R. Kelly is guilty because of that. I ask one question. Are you saying R. Kelly is guilty because you know without a shadow of a doubt that he did those things? Or are you saying R. Kelly is guilty because you are a victim of your own circumstance, and because the story seemed compelling and it touches you and it brings you back to your memory, you going along with it? At that point, I'm victim bashing. He's victim bashing. He's doing this. He's doing that. How? When I asked the question. Decree and declare, what's up? Charlotte, what's up? You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to figure out, what part of the coin do you fall on? Because while y'all saying, I know without a doubt, without a shadow of doubt, he's guilty. And they got 93 devices, 145 devices, 70,000 devices. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. How can y'all explain this? How can y'all explain this? How can y'all explain this? Oh my God, where Dana getting this stuff from? None of your business. Just know from the deaths of Dream Hampton, here's her notes. Here's her notes. And she's going to even prove to you that this was a setup. Let's go. Dream Hampton notes. In the 6-hour docuseries, Dream Hampton said they had to run his claim of not being guilty at least 30 times. Stop. In 6 hours, if you got somebody dead to right, why do you have to run him saying he's innocent and not guilty at least 30 times? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because when you hear something over and over and over and over again, the way the human brain works, the weak is going to start to believe the lie. And then from there, the weaker not only is going to believe the lie, but they're going to run with the lie and they're going to induce it. So then it says, this tells me he was never afforded innocent until proven guilty. This is Dream Hampton saying this. This is Dream saying this. And if anybody want this, just email me. Let me know you want a copy of this. Let me know you want to talk about it. And I'll send it over to you. But Dream Hampton said, this tells me he was never afforded innocent until proven guilty. Wait, I thought this was an equal justice system. I thought this was a bipartisan justice system. That means if she even believes an inklet that he wasn't afforded the equal justice system, right? Now you know her documentary that her ex-boyfriend, Sean Carter, put out there was a lie. Then she say, Dream Hampton claimed R. Kelly wasted a $200 million fortune settling lawsuits over 25 years. That was not proven in the court dockets. Then they say, if you listen to the trial, there was not any huge dollar amounts being exchanged. So this doesn't make sense. I'm lost. Now you got Dream Hampton going back and forth with herself. Where are the people now to break this down that was collecting thousands of dollars for the transcripts? Where are they? Where are the people that want to do everything first? Why didn't they give it to you? That part right there in Decree and Declare. I never seen victims have OnlyFans. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Y'all take a look at this. All right, now that y'all proofread it, we can go through it. It says on 2, Dream Hampton claimed R. Kelly wasted a $200 million fortune settling lawsuits over 25 years. Then she come back in her notes and say, if you listen to the trial, there was not any huge dollar amounts being exchanged in Chicago or New York. So this doesn't make sense. She's critiquing her notes after watching the docuseries. She's critiquing her own notes after watching the docuseries. Then it says Dream Hampton claims R. Kelly created an ecosystem of moving 5 to 6 girls at a time across state lines. This is why they had to create weird stories like I got on the airplane at 15 years old with no ID, no ticket, and no money. Who are the 5 to 6 girls? Stop. Didn't they convict Robert because of that story? And now you hear Dream Hampton tell you this is why they had to create weird stories. Oh, Judge Leavenworth, you okay over there in Chicago? Because one of the biggest lies that was told under oath to Jennifer Bonjean and to the courts, and she made it look real. Dream Hampton coming out and telling you this is why they had to create weird stories like I got on the airplane at 15 years old with no ID, no ticket, and no money. DanaJay was the first person to come out and say that girl was lying. And people try to debate me on that. You can't debate me on the truth. There's no way at 15 post 9/11 you getting on an airplane with no ID, no ticket, no money, and just a passcode. There's damn sure no way after 9/11 you get on an airplane with no ID, no ticket, and no money, and a passcode. So this is what I mean when I say he wasn't found guilty. He was elected guilty. Don't get mad at me because I use proper words to fit the situation. Then Dream Hampton come in 4, and say, Dream Hampton said R. Kelly committed statutory grape on Azriel. Not rape, but grape on Azriel. Then she come back after watching the docuseries and say her parents had to create a narrative after being tricked by Tim Savage to run this Our Daughter storyline because he knew for a fact Joy was in college when she was dealing with R. Kelly. He needed to attach himself to someone because he had nothing but was hoping some sort of fame would come behind this reality show any spotlight will do. What did DanaJay come out and tell y'all on day 1? While everybody else was jumping on the bandwagon, including Jamal Bryant, Pastor New Birth, I'm going to call your ass out. DanaJay was telling y'all from the jump that it's a lie. Then Dream Hampton said R. Kelly uses the love he has in the black community as a currency. Stop. That part right there should make every colored or indigenous person mad. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Dream Hampton uses the word black. So pretty much what she said was R. Kelly uses the love he has in the dead community as currency. I told y'all black means death. Also, black is the derivative word from Caucasian, is also the twin of who? White. That means black and white are not colors, they're shades. So therefore, when you call yourself a black person, you either calling yourself a dead person or you calling yourself a white person. Because as I showed y'all yesterday, black is derivative from white. And they put that out there because we are the darker complected. And it takes the heat off of the Caucasian people and puts it on us. But because it's a derivative word of what we are a shade of, we as the colored community took it and ran with it like idiots, not knowing what it means. Just like when they say, oh no, you African American, don't you ever call me African American. And that's why the Africans hate Americans, because they know who they are. You don't know who you are. I mean, y'all don't gotta like what I'm saying, but prove me wrong. Next, Dream Hampton says, hold on, look. Dream Hampton says this. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Hold on, I want to get everything over here. Dream Hampton says, none of the what? None of the what? It don't say victims do it. So why y'all calling them victims? If the lady that put it together with her ex-boyfriend that looked like Joe Camel off the cigarette box won't call them victims, why y'all calling them victims? This is a question that I've been having for a long time. If the lady that helped put this together is not calling these people victims, then why are you calling them victims? You know what you're doing? You're giving power to a situation that's really powerless. You're giving power to a situation that's powerless. So Dream Hampton says none of the accusers wanted him in jail. They wanted him to get help. Hold on. Faith, you said he gave you herpes. Your mama said he never gave you herpes, but he needed to be in jail because he tried. Lizette Martinez, you said he took advantage of you at 16. When you was 18, when you dealt with Rob, and you just told Rob, I can get you out of this, just be with me and leave everybody alone. Azriel, you running around saying, oh, he slept with me as a minor. But you came out telling everybody this is a money grab. He did nothing wrong. But because you hear that Joy get the same amount of expression as you got, now you want to, I'm going to make sure you never see the light of day. You know what I'm saying, Papa Bear? Have anybody caught that? She was so mad at him, but she still calling him a pet name. Get out of here. If you mad at somebody, you ain't calling nobody a pet name. You ain't. You calling them a mother, yeah. But you ain't saying nothing about Papa Bear. And I can go on and on. But then she come back and say, so how did they become victims? At what point, after all these years of abuse, not one of them said they wanted him in jail. But somehow, between them airing Surviving R. Kelly, Kim Fox News conference dropping, the hotline number for anyone to call if they were a victim, there arose 30-plus year olds talking about they were abused in the 90s by him. So wait, do that kill Oak Cove argument? Did that really kill Oak Cove argument? Then it says, where are the current victims? Not Azriel, who had lied about her age and her parents, whose mama was pretending to be her daughter on the phone. She was supporting him until she got a hold of R. Kelly communication records that a BOP officer stole and sent to blogger Tasha K. She then shared it with the Clarys and Savages. Clary gave the information to Larry McGee. You see, they say federal informant. While she was at his house for weeks, drilling information into her until she finally flipped. This would later help him reduce his time because he was facing his own indictment. Well, I'll be damned. My question was, if that's the case, right? If that's the case, and I'm not here to say if it is or if it wasn't, but I'm saying if that's the case, right? That lets me know that R. Kelly had a target on his back from day one. And when he beat the first time and made him look stupid just by being honest and being real, that lets me know that they was coming to get him by any means necessary. And they used any means necessary. So, Jesus. Then it says McDonald's was a place he preyed on kids. That's what Dream Hampton said. They took a story that R. Kelly had shared publicly many, many times prior why he loves McDonald's. It was fond memories with his mother who has passed on. It just made him feel closer to her to be there. But those people that have no journalistic umph about them took it and twisted it and made it sadistic. And they did it in the public. Well, they know that what? Tell Live Vision, the shit that you watch probably right now. If you can get on there and keep telling the same lie, but out of different mouths, somebody's bound to believe it. And when you get into families, that's all you need is grandma and them to believe it. And for them to get a hold of the ones that don't believe it and make them feel slow or make them feel unwanted. And guess what? They're going to conform. But what grandma ain't telling you is that the lie they putting on R. Kelly was their real life story. The lie that they put on R. Kelly was their real life story. Now, I'm going to pause there for a second because I got a problem with something that happened on Streets 94.5. Y'all know that's my radio station. Y'all know Jock, my guy. Y'all know the whole staff I'm cool with. But what got me was R. Kelly, 52 years old, was dating an 18 and a 21-year-old. They went bananas about that. But the lady from Real Housewives, is dating a little dude fresh out of college. And they are okay with that. The lady on Housewives is 36. The dude fresh out of college, I believe, just turned 21. But that's fine. Then they turned around and said, well, age ain't nothing but a number. So why is it okay when they do it, but when Robert Sylvester Kelly do it, it's a problem? I tell you why. Because the groundwork was laid in the beginning. What was the groundwork? The groundwork was this right here. If we can get people to believe that he's a pedophile, then we got him in court. The reason why we got him in court is because where would he get a fair trial at? Nowhere. And they knew that. That's why they went as far as they went with it. That's why they went as far as they went with it. Oh, Jesus. That's my fault. I'm sorry. So then it says, okay, I talked about McDonald's. Then it says journalism having a grand effect as soon as it aired. They talked about how quickly things kicked into action. She gave kudos to Kim Fox for creating the hotline. So when I tell y'all they all sat down and talked about this and planned this, the blueprint is here. She talked to more women off camera than on camera. Who wouldn't come on camera because they were scared? They would be doxxed, not believed, and harassed. Yes, I believe they are a lot. There are a lot of women that has had sex stories about them and R. Kelly. Like this is R. Kelly in the 90s. Everyone wanted this man. If you have ever been to a concert, you see what the vibe is, every woman throwing themselves on him, stalking out the hotel they stayed at in town. Stop. You heard the Warriors say they looked up where Robert was going to be at the cigar bar and went there after following the Sprinter. So you seen the old hoes come out and tell you, and everybody overlooked it. Then it says trying to find out where they were hanging out at, trying to see how to get backstage, anything to get next to him. I'm just saying. Miss Spencer, thank you so much. She said our grandparents did it, but now it's a problem. Thank you, Miss Spencer. That is soliciting. So when I hear people saying that Robert getting what he deserves, I'm looking at the setup because I know the blueprint. Now I got part 2 of the blueprint. Now I'm going to put it together for you. So then it says, she said she didn't pay money, none of the people in the docuseries. Dream Hampton said she didn't pay money to none of the people in the docuseries. Maybe or maybe not. Because I do know Tim got paid. I know Angelo got paid. But I know Lizette got paid. I know Drea got paid. I know Geronda got paid. Must I go on? And then it says, I think you did promise them this exposure that could catapult their career. They all wrote a book. Make people care about your story. Go on a media tour and tell stories about your consensual sexual acts. You won't have to show any proof. This man even knows you, Lizette. You can even be a grown-ass woman with kids. Just say you are a victim and show a picture with him, kitty. Even if you was buying your own flights to visit him, and you were grown, and you are a grown woman, just say you are a victim, Faith. Even if you were a self-proclaimed wifey, and when you didn't get choosing for the full term because he knew you weren't loyal, Azriel. And yes, even if you testified years ago to a grand juror, that was not you on the tape. Your parents did the same. All types of investigation. 30 years later, even after having a lasting sexual relationship with him, his wife, other women living with him, and his wife again, you can say you are tired of carrying his lies. And now you're a victim, Rashona. I'm going to tell you this. I said it once. What up, J-Rock? I said it once and I say it again. When you ain't used to having sugar, honey, iced tea, when your daddy ain't around, and the government kills your daddy, I'm going to stick to that. The government kills your daddy, and you become so dependent on the government, and to prove that they're going to give you the 20 million, they give you lifetime housing in Los Angeles, California, downtown LA, for you, your mama, and your brother. On top of that, and your kid. On top of that, you don't even got to worry about your baby daddy no more, because you get a lifetime supply, you, your mama, and your brother, and your kid. Y'all get a lifetime supply of food stamps. Or should I say, SNAP benefit. So we bait you in with that. You come in and tell a lie that we need you to tell. And your reward is 20 million. But what happens when the 20 million get denied? And you just stuck with SNAP benefits and housing. You can't go back to Chicago because you're afraid that people that love Rob gonna get you. You can't call Rob no more because Rob locked up. Even when he come home, he ain't gonna want to deal with you. So not only did you bite the hand that fed you, you cut off the hand that carried your family for many years. Now that you sit back and look at it, I got one question to ask. Who got played? Who got played? Who got played? Now, all the people that talked about, they talked to Rob and they did this and they did that and they got this and they got that and they did this and they got that. Why they never brought that to you? Why they never broke it down that quick? Now Dream Hampton said, how do we make this stick? We got Roshana lined up in Chicago. We got the idiots lined up in Chicago. We got the overwhelming idiots lined up in New York. But out of all the overwhelming idiots, we got to bring one person in. Cheryl Mack. Cheryl Mack come in and tell a totally different account from her memoir. Why? That's the question. Why did Cheryl Mack tell a different account from her memoir? I just want to see If anybody know. If y'all know the reason, put in the chat. Why did Cheryl Mack tell a total different account on Stan than from her memoir? I just want to know. I know. But I want to see if y'all been paying attention for the past 4 years. Why would? Let's get them likes up, y'all. Thank you so much. I got 57 people that's just sitting on the lawn and not hitting the like button. It's free. Miss Spencer said money. Miss Spencer said money. Judah said, Dana, I bet Rashona, cousins, and other family members gotten paid too. Maybe, maybe not. Miss Spencer said money. Nope. And that's a good guess. That's what I would have thought if I wouldn't have known the answer. Nope. I'm going to tell you why. Just a guess. I'm going to tell you why it's not money. Because money would have faded away. Now, money could be a part of it, a small part. Willie said masters. Nope. Not masters. Judah said, Dana, what is this you reading from? Just a little thing that a birdie gave me. Judah said, because she lied and now she got to change it. Nope. I'm going to tell y'all the answers. She told a different account from what was in her memoir due to the fact that if she would have told what was in her memoir, the government would have caught on. And so would the defense. They would have caught on to everything that's been said in Surviving R. Kelly is now being rebutted word for word on a witness stand. That means somebody was behind the scenes and the government couldn't afford for that to happen. Hey, Miss High Pink. I'm just saying. That's why I say what I say. Rob coming home. And especially when Bone Jean get a hold of that. Now, I know somebody going to try to screenshot it and try to email Bone Jean. I'm the one that filmed this. I'm giving this to you. Liar. You don't know where to get it from. We don't shop in the same supermarket. Y'all shop in Save-A-Lot. I shop in Harvest Fair. Our taste is different. So, I like that decree and declare. So now they claim they have herpes. Should that board of health get notified? After all these women are giving people herpes, right? Facts. But watch this. Why they only want to subpoena Rob medical records and not theirs? Miss Spencer said, Sophia, hey faces and beyond. What's up, sis? How the baby doing? DV Wild said, they at the wholesale while you at the factory. That part. Hey, Miss Jennings, how you doing? Thank you for everything. So I'm going to say this. Keep Rob in prayers because the appeal is going to be crazy. Buckle up. Bone Jean going to war. And just because I don't come every day giving you something about Rob don't mean I ain't working on Rob's behalf. I feel as though that I don't have to come on here every day no more because you got people out there that's claiming to be talking to him. You got people that's claiming that they on visitors list when they got a black and silver letter and a white envelope. You got people that told y'all that they got envelopes from Butner that said that they are approved, but then turn around and say, Bruce going to tell us everything that's going on. Beware the lie. So I'm going to tell you. So let's exit R. Kelly. I want to know one thing. Do I have any mothers in the chat? If you're a mother, either put the hand thing up or say me. Because what we about to dive into is going to require a call and response. Do I have any mothers in the chat? Do I have any mothers in the chat? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6. So mothers, when I tell you to strap up, okay? 7. So I'm going to tell you now, strap up. And I want y'all response. How would you feel? Nope, let's go here first. Now that I know I got some mothers in here, how many fathers do I have in the chat? How many fathers do I have in the chat? That's all I want to know. How many fathers do I have in the chat? What up, Teresa? How many fathers do I have in the chat? I know I got a lot of mothers, but how many fathers do I have in the chat? Okay, I'm going to ask you this question. Mothers and fathers, do y'all remember when y'all first went to the labor and delivery room to have your first child? Do y'all remember going to the labor and what's up, Vi? Do y'all remember going to your first labor and delivery day and the baby was coming on that day? I told y'all, mothers and fathers, strap up. It's about to get ugly. Y'all remember that? It was a good experience, wasn't it? You was nervous, you was scared, you ain't know what to expect. Fathers, we was that's the day that we was willing to be soft. So how would you have felt? This is mothers and fathers. You go to give birth and you have complications. Just to find out after being drugged a lot. 2 days later, that the doctor snapped your baby's neck. Don't tell me, call in 404-914-7986. Dana J want to hear from you. How would you feel when you were so drugged up you couldn't hold your baby? And then when you come around 2 days later, they tell you your baby neck was snapped. It was severed. You don't remember seeing your baby. But how would you feel? Thank you, Georgia girl. I did. Vi said I heard that story. Hold on. I'm going to show you that story.
Pictures of Jessica Ross and Trevion Taylor Sr. during Jessica's pregnancy. Jessica went into labor for 10 hours July 9th, but the baby got stuck during delivery. According to the lawsuit, a doctor applied what's described as ridiculously excessive force on the baby's head and neck to try to deliver it, leading to the baby's death. According to Ross's lawyers, the hospital lied to the couple and told them the child's death did not warrant a free autopsy.
It's unfortunate that the healthcare providers at Southern Regional Hospital, after this horrific incident, told them these things and tried to hide what actually happened.
In one of his statements, the hospital denies the allegations, saying the doctor mentioned in the lawsuit is not an employee of the hospital and that they have taken appropriate steps in response. Brand new pictures of Jessica Ross and Trevion Taylor Sr.
Whoa. Whoa. But wait. It gets a little crazier. You see the headlines. I want to know what would have been your course of action as a mother and a father. You can see these are young mom and dad. So the headlines say baby decapitated during birth at Riverdale Hospital, lawsuit alleges. Now, I'm going to say this. This place looked familiar because they tried to say I worked there. Well, I haven't been there in damn near a year. That's why I laugh about it. Now, I want to see what y'all are saying. Tiffany said that's messed up. Georgia Girl said prayers for the mother and father. Aisha said, I'm not a mother, but I would have sued hospital and I would have a nervous breakdown. Now watch this. Somebody else said, well, they can always have another one. She can't. Because word on the curb is when the doctor botched the delivery and botched the C-section, she gave her a full hysterectomy. That means her only course of action is what? Adoption. But let's listen to this. Let's see what it say.
Ahora que mis papás ahorran un montón en su servicio.
See what it say. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Rod Edmond. I'm an attorney and also an MD. I'm the managing partner of Edmond & Lindsay, and it saddens us that we're here today, but we're here. We're here because this young couple, Jessica Ross and Trevion Taylor, their son was decapitated during a botched attempt at delivery at Southern Regional Medical Center in Riverdale, Georgia. In my experience, my 12 years experience practicing medicine and 20 years basically doing law, this is one of the most sad, egregious, and horrific situations that I've ever seen. We're here to announce the filing of a lawsuit against Dr. Tracy St. Julian, her medical practice, premier women's OBGYN, nurses, and other healthcare providers at Southern Regional Medical Center and Southern Regional Medical Center itself due to these horrific circumstances. Before we get started, let me just introduce the people who are here. First of all, we have Jessica Ross. She's the mother of the decedent baby, baby Trevion Isaiah Taylor Jr. This is Mr. Taylor. He's a senior. We have the lawyer that represents him who basically engaged our firm to move this case. This is attorney Corey Lynch. We've got my law partner, Attorney Keith Lindsay. We've got law associate here, attorney nurse practitioner Wanda Gant, and then we have she just finished law school, but she's studying for the bar. This is Clark Edmond. We also have Sho Watson in the back here. He's a senior associate or senior partner or counsel with our firm.
They loaded.
Let me just cut straight to the chase and talk about the case itself. The case that we have filed is a wrongful death case on behalf of baby Travion Isaiah Taylor Jr. It's a medical malpractice case. But it also has another twist to it, which unfortunately happened. We have alleged fraud and intentional infliction of emotional distress due to misrepresentation by people who are involved in Ms. Ross's health care. More specifically, in terms of the fraud which exposes these parties to punitive damages in Georgia, we have the failure of Dr. St. Julian to immediately inform this couple about the decapitation once she spoke with them after the procedure. We also have misrepresentation and fraud on the part of other healthcare providers there at Southern Regional who lied to this couple and told them that their situation did not warrant a free autopsy paid for by the county or by the state. Just the opposite. These circumstances for sure warrant an autopsy paid for by the state or by the county. And they also tried to encourage this couple to get the baby cremated before an autopsy was done. So there was an attempt to basically destroy evidence. And Attorney Lynch is going to go more into detail about that. This case shines a much brighter light on an issue that is endemic to our society here in America. It's the disparities in terms of maternal infant deaths and injuries in young black mothers in America. There's a 2021 Blue Cross Blue Shield study that dealt with racial disparities in maternal health. In that study, they determined after deep scientific research that in majority black communities, these women have a 63% higher incident of having damage to themselves or their babies. These numbers are similar in the Hispanic community. And then when you take this high number, the numbers are even higher amongst young people between the ages of 15 and 24. As you can see, Ms. Ross is both young and black. So I'm going to turn this over to Attorney Corey Lynch. He's going to let you know more about our clients here. Attorney Lynch.
Good morning. This case is, and this family is dear to my heart. They are from the same place that I am from. They both grew up down in Riverdale in the North Clayton High School area, and they both attended North Clayton High School. And so that's home for me. That's where I grew up, and they hold a special place in my heart. And it's unfortunate that the healthcare providers at Southern Regional Hospital, after this horrific incident, told them these things and tried to hide what actually happened. And they also did not report the death to the authorities of Clayton County or the Clayton County Medical Examiner. This report was made by a funeral home. And after the funeral home waved the flag and alerted the authorities regarding this, it wasn't until then when Dr. St. Julian told the family what actually happened.
Wow.
Up to that point, they had encouraged the family to, hey, just have a cremation done. Oh, no, you cannot do a autopsy. Well, if you want an autopsy, you have to get it paid for you by yourself. You're not entitled to that. They did everything in their power to try to not let the family know what actually happened on that date. And that's unfortunate. And there is a current investigation going on with the Clayton County Police Department and the Medical Examiner's Office, as well as the GBI, into the failure to report the death that happened and this incident. And because of this fraud, this misrepresentation, the family is seeking punitive damages against Southern Regional Medical Center, Dr. St. Julian, and other parties to the lawsuit.
Wow.
Attorney Lynch is going to tell you a little bit more about our clients also.
All right, Jessica and Travion met at North Clayton High School, and that's where their love story begins. They've been together for a little while, and they were so excited about the birth of their first child, and they went to Premier for care because they were close by, they were in the neighborhood, and because there were women doctors there, and they thought that they would get the best care there. But unfortunately, their dreams and hopes turned into a nightmare that was covered up by Southern Regional Medical Center. And that's why we're here today.
Thank you, Attorney Lynch. Let me just tell you very briefly, let me just tell you all about what happened, okay? On July the 9th, 2023, just a few weeks ago, Jessica and Travion, they were excited. She was 37 weeks pregnant at that time, and they were really, really looking forward to the delivery of their firstborn child. Her water broke at about 10 o'clock in the morning on the 9th. Appropriately, she went over to labor and delivery over the Southern Regional. They admitted her and put her on an IV and gave her some medicine to basically progress the delivery. She labored for about 10 hours, and then probably around 10, or strike that, about 8:40 in the evening, she was fully dilated, and they told her to start pushing. Well, during the course of the pushing, the baby stopped descending. There's something called a shoulder dystocia, fancy word for saying that the baby's shoulders could not fit through the pelvic girdle. It got stuck by the bone there in the pelvic girdle. That was recognized, and what wound up happening after that is just brutal. Dr. St. Julian came in, and she, in the process of trying to deliver this baby, pulled on the baby's head and neck so hard and manipulated them so hard that the bones in the baby's skull, face, and neck were broken. When Dr. St. Julian finally took Miss Ross to the operating room for a C-section, cesarean section, where they cut the belly and deliver the baby through the abdomen, when the womb was open, the feet came out, the body came out, and there was no head. The head was stuck in the vagina, and the head subsequently was delivered vaginally. The baby had been decapitated. Dr. St. Julian was grossly negligent for applying ridiculously excessive force on the baby's head and neck. Dr. St. Julian and the nurses at Southern Regional Medical Center, they were grossly negligent for not getting the help of the on-site in-hospital OB in a timely manner. They have a hospitalist obstetrician who's there on site. And when doctors have problems with delivery, the first thing you do is call them and you get help. You get another perspective, another angle. This was not done in a timely manner, negligently. And then also, the nurses at Southern Regional Medical Center were grossly negligent for failing to advocate and insist in other capacities that Ms. Ross got a C-section quicker, sooner, in a more timely manner. So those are the allegations that we claim in this suit. We just filed it. We're going to be very, very aggressive with the discovery. We're going to put all of these people who were in the room under oath and find out what they have to say specifically about what happened that tragic, tragic evening. That is the essence of our suit. That's the essence of the press conference, and we're going to open things up for open things up for questioning right now.
Have you spoken with the hospital? I mean, why do you think they tried to cover this up?
Yeah, we cannot speculate about what the motivations were for the lack of candor, the lack of disclosure, the misrepresentation, and the fraud. We will find out because we're going to put everybody under oath, and they're going to swear, and they're going to tell us what they were thinking. We don't know.
How long did it take Jessica and Trayvon to learn what happened to their child?
Attorney Lynch, if you would. Just dealing with the fraud and cover-up.
The family went in on the 9th for the delivery of the child. They were not notified of what actually happened until the 13th, a few days later.
And that was from the medical examiner? That wasn't?
No, that was from the funeral home.
That was from the funeral.
Yes.
Can you also speak to the fact that they were not allowed to hold their child?
Yes, they were not allowed to hold their child. The hospital basically said, hey, well, we can't let you hold the child. We can, and my understanding is that they at one time did not want them to see the child. But what they did, the hospital wrapped the child up very tightly so that they could not see what actually happened, and they were able to see the child behind the glass.
And let me be more specific. In an attempt to basically misrepresent and miscommunicate to the family, when they wrapped this baby up tightly, they propped the baby's head up on top of the blanket to make it appear as though the head was actually attached when it wasn't.
So they actually saw the baby on the day of the delivery?
The day that morning, well, the day of the delivery, it's my understanding that same day. So when I say same day, it kind of went from the 9th into the 10th. So the stat C-section was called at about close to midnight. The surgery was over at 3 in the morning. The first conversation that Dr. St. Julian had with the couple was at about 5 in the morning, and that's when there was not total candor and disclosure at that time. The records reflect that Dr. St. Julian came in the next day and the next day after with the intention of actually telling the couple the truth. The couple reasonably didn't want to talk to her at that time, and finally, a day after she was discharged, there was a meeting that occurred 4 days after delivery where Dr. St. Julian came clean.
Just for clarity purposes, can you kind of go through the timeline of when the birth happened or the C-section,
Sure.
when they learned their baby did not make it, and then when they learned
Okay,
what
okay.
happened?
And all of this is in the complaint, in the facts, but
And can you step closer to the...
yeah, all of this is in the complaint and it's in the facts, but the water broke at about 10 in the morning. They were admitted into the hospital at L&D at about 10 in the morning, 10:11 in the morning. The labor continued at about 8:40 in the evening. That's when she was fully dilated and she started pushing. All of the shoulder dystocia and the failure to sin occurred from 8:40 until about midnight. At about 11:49 p.m., after Dr. St. Julian had been manipulating the head and the neck and the like, trying to get this baby delivered, that's when she finally called for the stat C-section. And they took Miss Ross from the labor and delivery suite, which is a separate room. The operating room was just right next door. So they rolled through the doors and then they proceeded and started with the C-section. The C-section, the baby was delivered at about 12:11. That's what the records show. You could go back to the complaint and just verify. But about 10 minutes after rolling the baby back there, the mother back there, the baby was delivered again. Half of the baby first, and then the head a couple seconds after that. And then at 5 in the morning, after the surgery was over at 3 in the morning. At 5 in the morning, that's when Dr. St. Julian came in and gave them the misinformation.
Did your clients raise concerns during the delivery about how things were going, and did they feel like they were ignored because of their race?
The answer is an emphatic yes. There's going to be more evidence developed in this, but my clients asked for a C-section much sooner than it was ever delivered, while the baby was viable.
And I don't know if Jessica or Trayvon are willing to talk about just what the emotional impact has been like.
I can tell you, we've asked them to do that. They've declined at this point. It's just too overwhelming for them. I mean, that was the plan as of yesterday, but when they were sitting in the conference room, they looked at y'all and said, we just can't do it.
Sorry, one more question. Did they feel like...
Wow. I got a question to ask. Is that murder? Call in 404-914-7981. Call in. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think. Call in. If y'all feel as though that this was something different other than what they saying, call in. I want to hear from you. If not, I'll move on. It's crazy. I want to hear from you. Now, I don't want to start moving on and then y'all start calling. Okay? All right, let's move on. So, Ms. Jennings said everyone involved needs to be held accountable and fired, as well as locked up for murder. I totally agree. But I really believe that this is a thing of bullcrap. What I mean by that is to cover something like that up is crazy. I feel for the parents, or should I say the mother and the father? I do. Because I wouldn't be able to keep my composure. You tell me something like that. But I think that a lot of things that's been said and going on, I think somebody need to take accountability of a child, or should I say an offspring, losing its complete life. Hold on. I really think that that's crazy. Yes, and the doctor need life and sue hospital, nurses, and whoever involved. Facts. At minimum, this is negligent homicide. Facts. Throw them under the jail. Facts. Murder, they trying to get back at us about that boat dock incident. Audra said, oh, that happened July 7th. Audra ready to go to war. Oh, man. Audra ready to go to war. Yeah, they try to get back at us. I'm trying to tell you. So now I'm going to go here. One stink puss, I heard you over there talking about, oh, I used to get a lot of airtime, and now he don't really want to give me none, so I'm going to do it on my joint. Then you said that I'm stupid for playing NOYB joint about what he said about your homeboy, right? And you said that NOYB ain't never say nothing about you. Well, when I went through my recollection, that was determined that was a lie. Let's listen to what NOYB had to say about you.
Really get into it. You can march down the aisle to when a woman's fed up. Because you're going to keep some things on his mind, baby. I'm telling you. That's if I was you, I'd put on when a woman's fed up and I will march down that aisle. Thank you.
Goes to New York and he's putting on this show. I wish someone had the screen recorder and they could share it with me. But he goes to New York, and while he's in New York, he's acting as if he's a stripper, and then he didn't allow one of his subs to jump on top of him. Now, she almost fell, a female. She almost fell trying to get on top of him because she was just that hot in the pussy.
It was you that put my home up. It was you that was saying that I'm going to do this to you and you better not do this and you can't do that. You can't do that. A person who looked at everything that you said, heard everything that you said. I'm tell you, show you the difference between walk it like they talk it out here, right? Because these are people that is on the screen. But with all of those things that you were saying and the back and forth that was going on, Papoose still came down there.
Yeah, but you've been a hypocrite because you went right back to him.
Suspected R. Kelly fan has been allegedly charged with threatening the federal prosecutor.
What's going on? Papoose still came down there.
Yeah, but you've been a hypocrite because you went right back to him.
Papoose still came down there.
Yeah, but you've been a hypocrite because you went right back to him.
Papoose still came down there.
Yeah, but you've been a hypocrite because you went right back to him.
Papoose still came down there.
Yeah, but you've been a hypocrite because you went right back to him.
Papoose still came down there.
Yeah, but you've been a hypocrite because you went right back to him.
But I thought he never said nothing about you, one stank puss. Let's see what else he said.
Suspected R. Kelly fan has been allegedly charged with threatening the federal prosecutors, who secured a conviction against the R&B singer in his Brooklyn trial, authorities said Monday. A federal warrant claims that 39-year-old Christopher Gunn threatened to storm the offices of federal prosecutors in a YouTube video last year and identified and threatened 3 of Kelly's accusers online.
Nobody cares about your respect. Nobody cares about your opinion. And nobody cares about why you're in your feelings about everything.
This guy always coming at the bloggers of what they're doing on their channel. It's not about what we're doing. It's about what you're doing. It's not about us. It's not about me. It's not about DJ Tyson. It's not about the Bowski Gun. It's not about Levi for Kelly. It's not about daintezjackson. It's not about the lady, the flower lady, Sharon Wimbush. It's not about.
Look up this guy named Bowski. He was framed. They called him an R. Kelly super fan, and he was basically doing what I'm doing, you know, like speaking out about R. Kelly's situation. And then they framed him and said that I forgot exactly what it was, but it was outrageous. Like he supposed to have been threatening the witnesses or something that from surviving R. Kelly.
Okay, so let's stop that right there. See, this is one of the reasons why Kel's and everybody else's situation is so fucked up. Now, this is the guy that was supposed to have been in jail. Ronnie Bob, Bill Bob DeVoe, Ronnie DeVoe, BBD. Now, you heard what he said and how confused he was about who is these people, and they framed him from surviving R. Kelly. Let's listen to this again. See, this is why fake narratives and everything is confused. Because, see, this guy wasn't there in this sector to see how they all been going back and forth together. But let's listen to this again, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Look up this guy named Bowski. He was framed. They called him an R. Kelly super fan, and he was basically doing what I'm doing, you know, like speaking out about R. Kelly's situation. And then they framed him and said that I forgot exactly what it was, but it was outrageous. Like he supposed to have been threatening the witnesses or something that from.
Oh Lord, help me, Lord, roll, Jordan, roll, roll. Excuse me, roll, Jordan, roll. Look at my soul on the rise.
Surviving R. Kelly.
Now, did y'all hear that? He's saying they, but who is they? He was supposed to have threatened, which he did, and they both went back and forth. Let's just keep it real today. He did the threatening, and they did the threatening. But see, the thing that's fucked up about what Ronnie is saying, he's trying to make it seem like the government is coming in because of what he feels like what Kel's told him, that they framed him, and trying to say that happened with this guy and that's what they did to him. No. See, Ronnie needs to come back and get into this sector and listen to how back and forth this shit was going. See, what a lot of people fail to realize is like, who is they? Like, why? Like, you have to really ask yourself questions like this. Is it really that deep and that serious to be going undercover like these? Who is supposed to be these elaborate guys to get this one guy in jail? just like I said before, if they wanted to, they could have just off Kels and not even went through all of this. They could have saved all the money in the world and just put some in this nigga's drink. They could have sent one of those females, like they could have Sam cooked his ass if they really wanted to. Just had his ass go back to a hotel with a young female and then had somebody waiting there, and she could have just came running out, screaming out of the hotel with her clothes ripped off, saying that he tried to rape her and this guy came to his defense and shot. It's so many things. We have to be very careful, like when we're saying things like that, because it doesn't add up. See, what he fails to realize is that his biggest threat is YouTube in all actuality. Because like I said, I know a lot of people, because I've been on this YouTube for over a decade, man. Like I said, two of my best friends they got like real big YouTubers, but I just don't be saying who they are. But the thing about it is that I know for a fact that that's not the government, that's YouTube fucking with this nigga, because he already had all these complaints against him. He had already had all these people complain. He had his channel flagged. So when you're talking about the conspiracy, the government, why don't you aim your attention towards YouTube and look at the shit that you're saying when you're going back and forth with these people? I'm not just going to blame it on his four-eyed ass either, because everybody has participated with their bullshit. He went back and forth with the midget. He went back and forth with this female. He went back and forth with this dude, and they all did it together. There is no, they came and they're trying to do that, trying to mix that in with kale shit. And see, that's what I was trying to tell y'all. When you have people that will come around and try to so-called help you out, but in actuality, they're helping themselves out, they will leave their stain on you, and now their stain being left on you is reflecting what you're trying to do and how you're trying to get out because of the asshole that you're being. There is no such thing as like, this is leisure time. If they don't like the leisure time, then fuck the leisure. See, the leisure time is that bullshit time. That's that demon time, because that's that orgy party time. Remember when the midget was saying that? Because he don't want y'all to know what's going on behind the scenes. Leave that out. We've already fought for Kales. Now let's come over here and do this bullshit. You can't do that if you're trying to honestly, genuinely come and be respectable to protest for somebody and have meaning behind it. You can't bring your baggage and you fucking females without a condom, and then you claiming that your girl is supposed to be the president of the enterprise. But how does that look? You sitting over here unprotected. I don't give a fuck what you do, but it is what it is. This is what everybody's seeing. You banging out some other female, and then you went back and bragged about it the other day, playing the crazy ass female. And y'all see how nuts for cuckoo she is. Y'all, this is what I'm talking about. People just coming over here with their crazy ass shit and getting like unprotected. And then your girl needs to get a check now. She might have herpes in her mouth now. and then you want to act respectable and try to defend this. And all of y'all have done this. I'm not gonna just put it on this dude. Everybody has came in here with their bullshit. And that type of behavior. Fucking on the subscribers and shit like this. Not being genuine about it. Just a quick nut. And then it turns into some other shit later on down the line when you get into it with them. Well, bitch, your pussy stank anyway, and all the rest of this. It's just, like I said, y'all should already know why. Don't blame it on Jesus. Don't ask this guy that ain't came back in all these thousands of years. Don't wonder why. With Miss A Man talking about, because where's he at now then? If that was the case, then where's he at then? And I'm just speaking facts. Where's he at then to come save this man then? See, people hate to hear the truth. They hate it. They want to go out in a rage and do some other shit. This is pure facts. See, the only way that I thought about it, that this shit is going to stop with all these bloggers and even me coming on here having commentary, because I commentate on what I see these assholes doing. The way that all of this is going to stop, Kels is going to have to get out either on the early release, or he's just going to have to get this trial again and win his case, because then once he gets released, then there will be no reason for these clowns to be here. Let's see if you're going to protest about something else. Because by now, y'all should have, since y'all want to call yourself protesters and you're this and that, you should be working on the next thing. Since Kale is in jail right now, and then while he's in jail, what is your next gripe about? Like the missing women or the gang? What is it about now at this point? See, because it really isn't about anything. It's just been all about this man. And then what you do is, that really pisses me off, is like, some of y'all want to go don't stop using the West Coast to represent what you talking about. That has nothing to do with anything. Showing Ice Cube and all the rest of this shit, playing that music. Even the other dude, like, stop playing this music like that's you playing Pac or somebody, like you getting down like that, like that's what you're gonna do. Because when y'all seen each other, you didn't do shit. Y'all was cussing at each other from across the street. There was no G shit going on. Trying to use Ice Cube and shit like that. And I got some news for you. This is a nigga that was raised on the West Coast. Cube is not affiliated like that, man. Anybody that came from NWA, the only person that was affiliated and was down like that was Easy. Everybody else that was in there, this was all just persona and basically trying to sell some records. Sure, Ice Cube came from a hood. I came from a hood. You came from a hood. You look good. They look good. So, like I said, everybody came from some type of hood where some type of shit, some set was going on. But, you know, to be portraying it like that, Ice Cube is not like that, man. That dude lives out in Woodland Hills, out there. You know what Woodland Hills is? That's out there near Encino and shit, where the Jackson 5 used to live at. Where Joe Jackson and all them. This nigga's out there in Encino. This nigga's not in Compton like that. This is not no Nipsey Hussle shit. Okay, so niggas need to stop I keep telling niggas, like, quit trying to use the West Coast to personify your triple OG status that you claim that you got, but yet nobody knows who you are. You got niggas coming to your house, lighting your house up, but yet, you know, it's like, what did you do? I mean, it is what it is. Your big mouth led that to somebody coming to your house and doing some shit. So, I mean, and then all that still reflects back onto Kales. See what I'm saying? The wrong people there. These are not respectable people, educated people, man. They're not. They're just speaking on this man. They're just using it, just like the other guy, because see that now that Ronnie, so what's going to happen now that Kales got moved to a different facility? Now he got another roommate. So now when that roommate gets released or Kales get moved somewhere else, when his trial starts again, then that dude is going to be coming out talking about what he said and all the rest of this. Like I said, man, it just keeps going on and on and on to the break of dawn. That's what keeps happening here, man. I mean, when is this shit going to stop? Like I said, that's the only way that this is going to stop. With all these groups, like, and then when you hear people coming to my page trying to defend this dude and saying shit like this, like, y'all are sick, man. Y'all are just there for the entertainment. That's why you're here to hear what's coming out of my mouth. You don't care anything, because when these dudes was in trouble, all the subscribers that they had, them alone just donating $20 should have been enough where a dude shouldn't have had to win a GoFundMe. That really tells you how your subscribers are. Like I said, I talked to 2 people that got like damn near over 1 million subscribers, and one of them don't have that many, like close to 1 million. But when it comes time to donate, you really see who's there and who's not. These people are not there like y'all think they are. They just sitting there just to be entertained. They could care less. Every now and then you might get $15, $20 here or there, but that's about it. Nobody is really there like how y'all think they are. Why do you think that I act the way I do? I don't ask nobody to subscribe to anything, and I haven't. I just don't, because I don't trust these fools, because you don't know who they are. You don't know who you're talking to. You just don't. I mean, like I said, you know, trying to get that, you know, getting the situation, you know, they was framing him like they did and then he's not even saying who are these people? Who are these men in black? Who are they supposed to be? If it's subscribers, because they're telling, I mean, no wonder why. Look at what y'all did to each other. It's fair to say that. You put his kids up, he put your kids up. Y'all supposed to be these triple OGs. Why haven't you got on your phone and made arrangements to go meet somewhere and handle y'all business? What is the problem at this point? You want to be these triple G's and all this, but isn't that the street code? Like, why haven't y'all went to that? You know why? Because all of y'all are bullshitting. So now what I'm going to kindly ask y'all again is please go somewhere and sit your ass down somewhere respectably. Sit down.
Wow. Wow. So before I get up out of here, right? Because one thing puts is clearly a hypocrite. We see that. Y'all remember about a month and a half ago, they said that I was wrong because my car note wasn't getting paid, and then even Bedbug got on his channel and the Warriors got on there and told him to call, and they was calling about the car note and all this and this and this, saying that they was concerned, and then people were saying that my car was going to get repoed. I do believe that when I do things and I try to awaken the masses, it's only the stupid people that will sit back and try to come at me on some fuck shit. So what I would say, you ain't put no ignorant comments up, Audrey. So Prima said they can keep acting slow. They are using these platforms to invite attacks. They too pussy to carry out themselves. Facts. That part. Because when dude clearly said he was on his way to Atlanta, the last thing he expected was for me to pop up at the airport. And now, since that happened, he's trying to attack Prima Donna, so I went on a full-fledged attack. And now he's talking about he's going to call CPS to report me and Prima Donna for talking about his kids. But aren't you putting up Prima Donna's child? Didn't you put my child on a dildo? Didn't you put my child head on Prima? Well, I'm sorry. You ain't do it. Flea Baby did it because you don't know how to do it. But you enticed her to do everything that you're putting up, right? Didn't you say if anybody put my kids up, it's on site? Well, I put your kids up about 70 times and you ain't do a motherfucking thing. But for all of y'all that sat back and talked about I'm wrong, understand this. If you don't know money mechanics, if you don't know contract law, you're lost. Let's listen to what Westlake Portfolio had to say. And I'm going to say this. Everybody that jumped on those platforms, I want my apology. And Prima, you goddamn right. Fuck his kids. Fuck his mama. Fuck his baby mamas. Fuck he thought. This shit ain't nothing nice. And I don't give a fuck about his kid. At first, I was trying to chill. But all his kids can go suck dicks, as far as I give a fuck. Then he talking about fly to Chicago, nigga, you ain't in Chicago. Remember the element of surprise. Ain't that what you said? So let's listen to what Westlake had to say. Does it state on your end that my account is taken care of? Is done with what you all?
Well, yes, I mean, I can definitely tell you anything that you need to know. Here we have an account coming over from American Car Center. It seems that this was in between the transfer that we received from American Car Center, because I mean, I also can tell you, since they went out of business, we started to service those loans from American Car Center. So I mean, yes, it seems that your account was on that bunch that came along with all of the accounts coming over from American Car Center. And well, at least here on the system, it's showing for a Chrysler 200 from the year 2015. Actually, yes. I mean, if at any given moment you want to give us a call back, we can definitely tell you any information that you need to know, even if you are removed from the calling list. So actually, that's something that I had to tell you. That even if you're removed, if you want to discuss anything, you can always give us a call, and we will be very happy to tell you anything.
Right, but my car is paid off already.
Okay, very well. So yes, well, I mean, in here, at least for what I am reading, I do see, I am looking actually at those emails that you're talking about, and at least for our end on the system, it is showing as an active account, still open, with 40 payments made out of 117.
No, and my account has been paid off, and my car's been paid off, a week before we even knew about they was going out of business. I've sent that over to you guys and everything, and that's how stuff was able to move in my favor. So yeah, so I just look at it like, if I had an account with you guys and my car and would be under your name and all of that, and it'd have a loan on it, all that, it don't have none of that. It don't have none of that at all. So and can I have the title in my possession? And it clearly have my name. It don't have no lien holders. It don't have nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, in the end, I do see here that that information. Well, I do see the document here. It seems that I don't know if you send it or if somebody else sent it over, but on the files in the system, it is showing that there's the title. As you're saying, with your name, without lien holders or anything. So I mean, that implies that you do have already the title for that. Yeah, so I mean, as I was telling you, I will be setting up your account for review. And yes, I mean, if you wish, we will be just making sure that you do not receive any more of these phone calls or any more of those emails or anything like that.
Okay, but I appreciate you so much and for looking into this and to see that, and you guys do have the title, and you guys do have the copy of the title with my name and no lien holders and all that, so it's paid for.
Exactly. Yes, it's a really good thing that you were able to send us that document. It's wonderful that you were able to do that because it's here on the system, and yes, that's what we can, wrap from, to demonstrate that that the account has been paid for. So yeah, in that case, well, we thank you for sending those that information, and we will be making sure that you do not receive any more of those notifications or emails.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you also for choosing Wesley Portfolio Management, and have a nice day.
All right, thank you. Oh, question.
Yes.
Yes, would you be able to send me a paid in full email or letter?
Okay, so yes, for that, we first have to wait for the balance to actually be zero, because right now if I send it over, it will be showing that it still has a balance, but that has to be corrected. So we will first have to correct that information on your account, and when we have done that, then we can definitely go ahead and send you the paid in full letter.
Okay. And would y'all be reflecting on my credit report as paid in full?
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh.
No problem. Thank you.
Oh yeah. How long will that be? How long will it be before I get that letter?
Yeah. Being honest with you, I mean, if you can give us a call back maybe in a couple of days to see what are the updates, because we will have to work on the account and make the adjustments for it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, but no worries. I mean, either way, you won't be receiving calls or anything. You can always call whenever you want, but you won't be receiving calls or anything.
But that's true. But I gotta make sure that my credit is updated because I have a pretty high credit score, and I don't want that to be held against me. And plus, by me buying a house, I don't want that to be like a hit that I owe you guys. You know?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, no, I mean, for that sense, we will be working on the account precisely so that the credit.
Hello? So for all the people that believed everything that they went to do, whatever. How did I get the title if I didn't pay the card? So now the next lie, they're going to say, he uses child support to pay the title. Y'all don't know which lie y'all want to run with. You want me to tell you why? Because y'all are so invested with the lie that y'all don't know what the fuck going on. I'm just saying. Now that y'all boxed in, which lie you want to run with? I'll wait. Y'all was so invested in me that when I spent y'all ran with the spin heads. So I guess y'all got to go get y'all PI to come and give y'all some more false information. I guess y'all got to go get the Warriors to go lie again. Sad. You heard him say my title say clean, not salvage. Now, Deboski, show your title to that Ford. I meant shit. Porsche that you got. I'm up out of here, man. I love making these people mad. Why? Because I can do it. And you know what? Hey, Flea Crazy. Tell them folks, man. Please go that way with that monkey shit. Please go that way with that monkey shit. Please go the way with that monkey shit. Thank you, Flea Crazy.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
I don't like to waste time on stupid conversation. There's no profit in that. So if I'm around people that are always complaining with no solutions, then I'm wasting real estate in my brain. So what I need to project. And what I project in my brain is what I project in my reality. So that real estate only has to be for evolution, things that are going to help me get where I got to go. You understand? Help me evolve. So if my conversation with you makes me stagnate, we don't have too much conversation either. I don't have no time for no stupid ass conversation.
I feel like taking a dip in your pool. Relax a bit, you know what I mean?
Good night, everybody. Have a good night. Peace.
You know what I mean? Swimming in you. Swimming in you. Swimming in you. Hey, little mama. Said I wanna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive there. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.